Okay, it's 12 o'clock, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the big income reveal. I'm gonna do a little drum roll while I go to the Medium Partner Program. Wait for my internet to load. Did it go? Oh, okay, and wow. I feel like I don't I mean, like, I know I deserve that because I wrote stuff and people engaged with it, but I was expecting so much less. $3,800. That's so much money. And potentially Medium's also going to pay me, you know, the $500 bonus that they've been doing their last month of it. I hope I get it. I don't know for sure because I didn't write as much as normal, but fingers crossed. Wow. $3,800. I mean, this is what I mean, right? Like, I had an absolute bumper a couple of months. Like, my spring was insane. I was making nearly over $4,000 every single month. June was by far my best month ever on Medium. But still, that's a lot of money. I guess, let's see what we got here. What the highest earning stories were. So I cheated on my job with my side hustle. Yeah, that was an absolute corker of an article. You absolutely shouldn't start a side hustle. Yeah, you can see the same stories, the same kinds of stories are making money, right? Like, I realized in spring that what people really wanted to hear from me was stories about side hustles, and not just side hustles, but kind of like the negative aspect of side hustles. So I tried to, as hard as I could, to come up with imaginative ways to give value and write interesting things about the bad side of side hustles. And for me, I mean, you can see it worked really, really freaking well. This one came as a total surprise to me. Like, this story I wrote in February and it randomly took off in July. What? I'm not complaining. I mean, $300, I'm not going to say no, but I was a bit like, what? Yeah, so I'll answer some questions now. So y'all know I'll post it, I'll make it big here so any newcomers can see it. Really good month for me for income. So very happy. Really nice to share that with you. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, okay, so I've got some questions. I've got one from Two Wheels NYC. How long do your stories stay productive? I have to admit, I don't know what that question means. How long do my stories stay productive? Oh, right, sorry, like they continue earning money. Yeah, that is a great question because there is a pretty sharp tail. I'll show you, here's actually a really good example. I'll show you the stats of this one. This is like maybe my most popular Medium story ever. So 5 side hustles that will never make you rich. You can see it lasted, I mean, this one had a pretty good run, right? Like it was getting, you know, over 500 views a day for nearly a whole month, which was pretty good. I mean, and then it tailed off pretty sharply, but it was still earning a good amount of money. And even though in July, let's see where July 1st is. July 1st, like a huge dip in views and earnings. But even then, even so, it still earned $400 in July. You know, so this is pretty typical for really hard hitters like this one. They'll earn some money for some time. They'll start tailing off, and there's a pretty sharp tail off. But then you might be surprised something like this will happen to you. I'll show you, where you write something literally half a year ago, and then all of a sudden, Medium's like, oh, hey, this is actually like a pretty good story. I'll just, there you go. Enjoy the traffic, enjoy the money, and gift you a free $300 on a story you wrote like February. So, you know, swings and roundabouts. You can see here, I'll show you what that looked like when I first wrote it in March. It tailed off sharpish, right? Like it didn't last for a month. It barely lasted a couple of days. Like pennies, earning a couple of pennies a day. Not that I'm complaining, again, hashtag blessed, but you know, this is what I mean. So hopefully that answers your question. Hopefully I understood what you were asking. Great to hear from Pranjalai, $1,500. That is awesome. Motivation and towards data science. Yeah, that is awesome to hear that towards data science is working really well for you. Like for me, I'll show you. So like my data science ones, they never do particularly well. I'm okay with that. I write them for fun, right? Like this is kind of for my own portfolio, for me. stories like this or like this, those tend to be my big earners, and that's okay for me. And that's actually something I love about Medium, right? Is like someone like you at Pranjali can earn tons of money writing data science. That wouldn't work for me because that's not what my audience wants to hear from me. They want to hear stuff about side hustles. So the sooner you figure out what your audience wants and how you can give that to them, the better off you're going to be. And it's going to be different for everybody. Okay, so if anybody else has any questions, I'll wait for a few minutes, let y'all post in the chat if you do. And if not, I will let you get on with the rest of your Monday, and we'll go from there. All right, good question from Two Wheels NYC. Two Wheels NYC, I'm going to have to ask if you can give me like a name to refer to you by other than Two Wheels NYC because it's a little lengthy for me. Are you able to see how people find your stories? For instance, people that find your story from another Medium article, Google search, etc. Yeah, so on any story, we'll take this one as an example. You do have some information down here on views by traffic source. So you can see like that's emails, Android device. They've got a kind of weird deal with Android where like Android will promote interesting news stories to its customers, and sometimes it makes your Medium article take off. Google.com, that is usually SEO that's doing that for you. Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook. The nice thing about this is if you click on this link, it'll actually show you where those are coming from. So this is so funny because they didn't tag me in these. I had no idea. But it searches by the URL so it can see how people are sharing your work on social media. And you can do that for Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever the link is there. You can click on that and see. You don't get any more specifics. Like I don't know. Oh yeah, and friend link. That's something I shared with my newsletter, and they clicked on it through my friend link, and that's how I know that it came from them. But other than that, there's not a huge amount of depth. Like for Google, I have no idea what keyword is making this take off. Like I really don't know. It could be side hustle. It could be cheating. I really don't know. If you do a little bit of legwork, you can usually figure it out, but sometimes you can't. So that was a good question. I'll just zoom in here in case there are any latecomers who just wanted to know what my July income was. Yeah. Oh, by the way, if you haven't followed me on Twitch, please do, because I really like Twitch as a platform, and I want to let you know when I go live or create streams like this. Oh, a really terrible question from someone. Want to become famous? No, I don't. How do I delete this? How do I moderate? I need to figure out how to moderate my chat. That's terrible because I want to get rid of that garbage spam. Thank you for Get Art for following me. So nice. I didn't know you could do that. That's really cool. Yeah, so if there are any other questions that aren't spam, please post them now. I'm just going to drink my coffee. Oh, I'm nearly done with my coffee. I'll finish my coffee. Ooh, a great one from Jamal. How often do you post on Medium? I try to do it at least once or twice a week, and let's see, I can actually show you visually. I have this really cool extension called Medium Enhanced Stats. Yeah, Medium Enhanced Stats, which is really cool because it gives you a ton of information, including stuff like how many people have looked at, read, clapped for your article today. But also, if it loads, normally it tells you, yeah, so for the little dots, it shows you how often you posted. So here I posted twice, there's once, there's twice. So in July, I posted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6 times in July. It was a tough month for me, okay? But yeah, in June, I posted a lot more than that. And in May, I think I posted quite a bit as well. Well, yeah, like maybe 9 or 10 times. So yeah, I aim for once or twice a week. That's kind of my overall goal. This coffee is pretty good. It's only drip filter, but I'm enjoying it. How long does it take you to write a 1,000 article on average? So this is one of my talents. I thought everybody was like this, but I've since learned that not many people can do this. I can write a 1,000-word article in about an hour. And it's usually a pretty good article if I do say so myself. So like, here's why I'm not entering Medium's new contest. I wrote that in like maybe 35, 40 minutes. Stuff about Medium I write really quickly because I know it inside and out. Except the fact that maybe you're just lazy. I wrote that really quickly, like about an hour or so. So it depends how much research I have to do. It depends how caught up in my feelings I am. Like if I'm like absolutely raging about something, the words will pour out. Something like this that required a little bit more research, that took more like 2 to 3 hours. So yeah, it takes me maybe like 45 minutes to an hour to write a decent 1,000-word blog post. If you come to my Write With Me Live, which I'm doing tomorrow at 12 p.m., you will see live exactly how long it takes me to write an article, and you'll be able to ask questions and watch my process, see how it all comes about. Yeah, someone's saying that's definitely a talent. Yeah, I know. Like I really thought everybody could do that, but I think it's just like I've spent so much time reading. Like I read my whole life. I average like, I don't know, 3 to 5 books, fiction books a week. I read a ton. And I think that really gives me a good sense of how to structure my sentences. It sounds silly, but like I can, when I write, the sentences and the paragraphs come out pretty fully formed. It doesn't require a lot of editing, which is, yeah, definitely a blessing / talent that I have that makes my life a lot easier. So, and it means I don't have to work very long. It means I can create good content pretty quickly. So I have more time to spend reading, which is what I really want. If I could be a professional reader, I would. Pranjalai, first time in a while my stats count is more than you. That's amazing. No need to apologize. That is so good to hear. If you want to post your profile in the comments, I would love to check out some of your work, and probably other people want to see how you do it too. Congratulations. That's really, really exciting news. That's so cool to hear. I know this sounds so silly, but I love it when people do better than me, because like I like to teach people, but I also know that I can only do what I can do. And I know that there are people who can do better than me, and they shouldn't be limited by what I can achieve. They should be able to go well beyond that. So if I introduce somebody to Medium, if I give someone a tip, if I'm like, hey, you should write about this, and if I can in any small way help them accomplish something that's, doing better than I am, that is the dream for me. I love that. That's so good. I'm really happy. What do I like reading? Anything fiction, really. I like rom-coms. I like sci-fi. I love fantasy. I like historical fiction. I read a really good book called Daisy Jones and the Six, which is kind of loosely based off Fleetwood Mac, like the rise and fall of this fictitious band in the 70s. Very spicy, high drama. Loved it. Pranjalai, I'm just gonna make sure I've got that later. .com. Very cool. Yeah, I'll read any kind of fiction, really. I think I'll tell you what I'm reading right now. One sec. Go find my book. It's called The Angel of the Crows, and it's kind of like a Sherlock fan fiction. Like it takes place in an alternate world, London, where there are like werewolves and vampires and angels, and Sherlock is an angel. It kind of works. I was reading in the book that it's one of the subgenres of fan fiction is something called wingfic, wherein a character or characters have wings. The Angel of the Crows began as a Sherlock wingfic, which I thought was so fun. Like, I love that. Yeah. Okay. Congratulations again to Pranjalai. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. And thank you everyone who joined in. And if you've got any questions, I'll be posting this on YouTube, and you can post your comment on YouTube. I try to get to all of my questions, all of my comments on YouTube at least once a week. So expect an answer, around next Monday, if not sooner. And yeah, really cool to share this with you. Thanks again for coming. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. And hopefully, I also hope that one day you're doing better than I am on Medium. I'm really happy about that. I'm still thrilled for you. Okay, I'll let you all go. Talk to you soon. Bye.